I remember very clearly, like it was yesterday, the first time I visited SciAst. Maureen Perrins, who has since passed away, God bless her, toured me through the Saskatoon facilities, where I met faculty, staff, and students. What I remember most, and what convinced me that I wanted to join SciAst, I can summarize in 3 words or phrases. People, potential, and promise. The people? They were friendly, modest, with a get-her-done attitude. They enjoyed working with one another. They were student-focused, and they were proud and committed to their work. The potential. The latent potential I often refer to SciAst as a diamond in the rough, whose true value was not recognized or understood locally, nationally, or internationally, that operated in the shadows of Saskatchewan's 2 great universities, and a post-secondary institution that possessed untapped potential to own its own space as a polytechnic. And 3, the promise. It was during the interviews, especially the visit, and the conversations that I had that day, where I saw very clearly the latent promise for SciAst to take its rightful place in Saskatchewan.
What does SciAst mean to you?
SciAst means education, opportunity, and a great place to work.
What does SciAst mean to you?
SciAst is a nice place to me because the people there are very friendly and they're lovely.
SciAst is a great place to work. After 20 years, I still love my job and I love all the people I work with.
It means a place where I meet people and I love it.
I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Saskatchewan Polytechnic on the launch of the next chapter of your powerful story, your vibrant strategy plan and roadmap towards 2025. While you're leaning into your future as a proud graduate of Sask Polytech myself, you have played such an important part of my personal past, my present, and my future. When I first made the decision to enroll in Sask Polytech, at that time SciAst, that is exactly what I was thinking about. How do I best prepare myself for a world of work in something that continually evolves and many unknowns? It was the real world work skill development complemented by the first-class work integrated learning opportunities that really helped guide me to your doors. Once I was through those doors, that decision was further cemented by what I found at Sask Polytech, a strong sense of community on campus and a strong sense of community in the connectivity to the community itself around us. It was that level of connectivity that brought me to RBC as a co-op student many, many years ago, which evolved into many responsibilities and a very adventure-filled career spanning over 30 years. That first opportunity gave me the first gift of experience that enabled me to break free from that dilemma of no job, no experience. In addition to the gift of a meaningful education, you gave me the gift of a story about building a career fueled by mentorship, one of work-integrated learning, and a skill development aligned to where the world of work was going versus worrying about where it had been. A story that I really enjoy telling young people today to help inspire their journeys. You remain community-oriented, relevant, and future-focused, and I can't wait to see what you achieve on the road to 2025. Congratulations, Saskatchewan Polytechnic.
Hi there. As part of our strategic planning project, SciAst recently launched a rebranding initiative. The project will result in the development of a new brand strategy using the name Saskatchewan Polytechnic. It will clearly and boldly raise awareness about the breadth of programming we offer, and it will build on our reputation as a post-secondary leader nationally, thus contributing to Saskatchewan's growth plan. It will reposition SciAst as a contemporary, world-class polytechnic that prepares students to work in every sector of the economy. Polytechnics offer apprenticeship, certificates, diplomas, and degrees, with a curriculum and credential based on employer need. The rebranding initiative is an exciting project that will give our organization the profile and prestige you have worked so hard to secure.
On September 24, 2014, SciAst officially relaunched as Saskatchewan Polytechnic, and campuses were renamed to reflect their urban locations. Let's look back. It was clear from the beginning that Saskatchewan Polytechnic would set itself apart from other post-secondary institutions in Saskatchewan.
Applied research is one of our key differentiators. It allows our partners to work with us to solve real-world problems.
Another key differentiator is the work-integrated learning opportunities we offer, which gives students the ability to apply the practical skills they learn with us in a work environment.
Our close ties with business and industry is also a key differentiator. We work closely with our program advisory committees to ensure our programming remains relevant for employers.
I'm Denise Hauda from our new School of Continuing Education, and we're going to see how well you were listening in the first part of the presentation. We're going to show you a series of questions about the first part, and later on we're going to select a winner at random who will receive a full tuition credit certificate from one of our more than 700 courses that we offer in our School of Continuing Education. All right, let's take a look at your first question. You're going to just respond on the screen. So question number 1, what year did SIAS become Saskatchewan Polytechnic? Was it in 1999, 2013, 2014, or 2019? All right, let's take a look and see how you guys responded. I know it doesn't seem that long ago, but if you answer 2014, you are correct. All right, question number 2 for you. Which of the following is a differentiator or element that sets polytechnic education apart from other post-secondary experiences? Is it A, employer-driven and learner-focused, career-ready applied education, small class sizes, or all of the above? All right, let's see what you selected. And if all of those seem like really good answers, it's because they were. The answer is all of the above, D. All right, your final question at this time. What is the time horizon for the next strategic plan? Is it 2020 to 2025, 2020 to 2030, it's open-ended, or 2020 to 2021? Go ahead and make your selection. All right, let's take a look again at your answers. We have a lot of people listening today. Great job. If you answered A, it's 2020 to 2025. We'll be back again with more questions coming up. And just remember, up for grabs again is that full tuition credit certificate for any of our more than 700 courses in all kinds of topics. So we'll talk to you again soon.
A strategic plan is one of the most important tools at any organization, serving as a roadmap for short and long-term decisions. In 2009, SIAS 2.0, Defining Tomorrow, set the course for our institution. In 2014, following our transformation to a polytechnic, the Tomorrow in the Making strategic plan was released. Tomorrow in the Making established our mission to educate students and provide skilled and successful graduates, and set a vision to become globally recognized as the first-choice polytechnic in Canada by 2020. The plan set ambitious goals that we have collectively achieved, including making successful careers possible and advancing Saskatchewan's economic and social prosperity.
I am delighted and honored to recognize Sask Polytech's achievements of its strategic plan, Tomorrow in the Making, over the past 5 years. We were taking the lead from the Saskatchewan government's growth plan and incorporating that into the strategic plan. It was an absolute pleasure for me to lead an enthusiastic, forward-thinking board through the channels of change and harness that vision to what eventually became a paradigm shift for the institution in responsive and applied research. From a board perspective, we were responsible for the vision, so from the government's growth plan agenda, we formulated the Tomorrow in the Making strat plan, which became the compass for us to focus on what might be. I can look back with fondness the journey we took to provide input and oversight in the creation of the Saskatchewan Polytechnic Act. This became a significant piece of legislation that defined how we could function and also protect the use of the term polytechnic. However, most importantly was the ability to grant degrees in specific fields. This gave Sask Polytech a competitive advantage to attract and retain students who perhaps contemplated other institutions, especially outside Saskatchewan. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the hard work of the Ministry of Advanced Education. We are the only polytechnic to have its own act and legislation in Canada. I am proud of the partnerships that were formed and in some cases strengthened, especially with the post-secondary institutions in our province. Industry partnerships not only benefiting students, but synergies through applied research have developed sponsorship opportunities providing positive financial impact to the institution. I think about the system and program improvements for students, especially for transferring credits between post-secondary institutions, enhancing that student campus experience. I am very excited to learn what Sask Polytech's growth plan will be and the future it holds for the next 5 years and beyond. We live in very interesting times. Change is ever constant, and adapting will be very important. May you have great success in finding what might be. I will leave you with this quote. You don't have to have it all figured out to move forward. You keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things because you are curious. And curiosity leads you down new paths. May each of you be curious today. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Terrence Carswell and I'm the Associate Vice President of Human Resources. I want to take a few moments and just talk about our values as we start to roll out our next strategic plan. Our values are what guide us. They represent who we are and how we behave in all actions as well as interactions with all members of our community. Since our last strategic plan, our values actually haven't changed. We did vet them through the process, but as we went through that, it was evident that they still held true for us. Our values are actually captured in an acronym that we call RISE, which includes respect, where we foster an open and inclusive environment that embraces diverse cultures, heritages, and opinions. Integrity, where we are honest and fair in all that we do, and we're committed to being accessible and transparent. Sustainability, where we work, live, and learn in a socially and environmentally responsible manner. And finally, excellence. We were able to do this by maintaining high standards, strong competencies, committed partnerships, and by being responsive and accessible. Through this, again, we have our acronym RISE. And this enables us to lead the rise of polytechnics at home, in Canada, and abroad. Thank you.
Before we started the development of the strategic plan, we made a number of decisions. We knew we didn't want to just refresh our previous plan, we wanted a new one that would allow us to build on the successes and achievements that we have collectively accomplished since becoming Saskatchewan Polytechnic and since the release of Tomorrow in the Making. We knew we needed to hear from our community. We needed to understand what matters to them today and what would allow us to respond and keep ahead of the curve tomorrow. Because we engaged our community, we know our strategic plan will be forward-thinking and position us to navigate and lead through disruption and changes. We also knew we wanted to be inclusive in the development and finalization of our plan. As a result, we built communication, engagement, and change management into our processes. At Saskatchewan Polytechnic, we have developed a reputation for being ambitious, committed, dynamic, personal, accountable, and diverse. This is our brand, and we wanted our strategy to reflect it and live up to our community's expectations. We also knew we wanted a new vision, not only one that would resonate and inspire us all to do our best every day, but one that would be easy to remember. The strategic plan that we're launching today is robust enough to allow us to shape our future and lead within the Polytechnic space to 2025. Our plan builds on what we are known for and what we are good at, and this is what's going to set us apart as a Polytechnic. I am proud of what we have collectively accomplished and how we will shape our future together.
Hi, I'm Sarah Watts-Reinert, CEO at Polytechnics Canada, a national association representing the interests of 13 polytechnic institutions located across Canada. We talk to the federal government about the many ways polytechnics are positioned to deliver on the country's skills and innovation needs. I'm so proud to be able to join you today and talk a little bit about what it is that polytechnics do for Canada. Polytechnics will be essential to economic reset and recovery over the next few years. They're leaders in applied education, developing a talent pipeline with the critical skills needed across sectors and across occupations. Close connections with industry ensure graduates are job ready and can hit the ground running. Given the need to refine or upgrade skills throughout one's career, polytechnics have the continuing education programs required for rapid reskilling. These programs will be critical in the months and years to come as many Canadians look to advance in their careers or reattach themselves to an ever-changing labor market. Polytechnics are also leaders in applied research, as companies of all sizes and in all industries look to streamline operations, experiment with new technologies, develop new products, or redefine their business models. They often turn to polytechnics for help. As governments attempt to set Canada on a course to recovery, polytechnics will continue to be important contributors to solving critical challenges. As you launch your new strategic plan today, I'm pleased to offer congratulations on behalf of Polytechnics Canada and its members. We are proud to count Saskatchewan Polytechnic as a valuable part of the Polytechnic family. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Tina Beaudry-Meller, the Minister of Advanced Education, the Minister of Innovation Saskatchewan, and the Minister responsible for the status of women. And I'd like to congratulate Saskatchewan Polytechnic on the launch of your new strategic plan. Since 1988, Saskatchewan Polytechnic has played a major role in our province, providing post-secondary students with the credentials they need to succeed in the constantly changing global economic environment. With the world transitioning into an increasingly digital economy, we're seeing the need for more specialization training and micro-credentialing. Saskatchewan Polytechnic has and will continue to be a leader in these fields. Saskatchewan Polytechnic is home to a couple of world-class facilities such as the Innovative Manufacturing Centre and the Digital Integration Centre of Excellence. These highlight some of the modernization improvements that Saskatchewan Polytechnic has made in order to compete on the world stage. By continuing to build on 32 years of excellence, Saskatchewan Polytechnic can help meet and exceed the goals of our provincial government as outlined in our 2020 Plan for Growth. With an aim to create 100,000 new good-paying jobs and to triple the tech sector, Saskatchewan will need highly trained and motivated graduates to help propel our province forward and position us as leaders in the global economy. So once again, on behalf of the Government of Saskatchewan, I'd like to congratulate Saskatchewan Polytechnic on the launch of your new strategic plan.
Hi, Mark Cooper here. As a member of the Board of Directors, I want to congratulate Dr. Rosia and all members of the Saskatchewan Polytechnic family on the launch of our new strategic plan. This new plan builds on the momentum created by the previous plan over the last 5 years, and it charts an ambitious course for the institution in the years to come. You know, I am particularly pleased that the plan is solidly rooted in values that emphasize the vital importance of Saskatchewan's Indigenous people and the importance of all of Saskatchewan in sustaining the growth and future development of the Polytechnic. Dr. Rosia is frequently heard to say that Saskatchewan runs on Saskatchewan Polytechnic, and he is of course 100% correct. Never has that been more apparent, to me at least, than during the COVID-19 pandemic. In a time of great uncertainty for our society, the Polytechnic stands as a beacon of hope both for our present circumstances and for a brighter future. Without the many learners of our Polytechnic, Saskatchewan would not be able to manage the current pandemic or even to consider being in a position to emerge stronger from it. I do not think it's hyperbole to say that the Polytechnic is the single most important institution in Saskatchewan today. That's why this new strategic plan is so exciting for me. Imagine what the next 5 years might bring and how the learners of the Polytechnic will help to both preserve and improve our health, to grow our economy, to shape our society, and to build our communities. I'm more certain today than I ever have been before that Saskatchewan needs the Saskatchewan Polytechnic. This new strategic plan reinforces the essential connection between the institution and our province. Striving together to achieve this plan will ensure that the Polytechnic reaches its full potential, while in turn helping to do the same for Saskatchewan, Canada, and indeed the world. Congratulations, Saskatchewan Polytechnic, on the launch of your new strategic plan. I can't wait to see how you will thrive in this new future that we all together help create.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bonnie Bond, and I'm proud to be the bargaining chair for the Professional Services Bargaining Unit of SJU. I was asked if I would be interested in sharing a few words today and jumped at the chance to address Sask Polytech employees from every level of our organization. Today, Sask Poly is launching a new strategic plan. All employees were given the opportunity to participate in this process, and I am looking forward to seeing how it translates to action. Our bargaining unit has been hit hard in the last couple of months with a large number of permanent and temporary layoffs. I know that this has meant increased stress and workload for many, and I want to thank all those still working for taking on these additional challenges. I'm happy to see a few members have already been called back to their previous positions, and some members have been redeployed, working to help keep our Sask Polytech community healthy and safe as people are returning to work and to learning on campus. Thanks to everyone for their hard work during these unprecedented times. I believe Sask Poly has a big role to play as our province navigates the challenges in the coming weeks and months as we work towards recovery. It is your commitment to supporting the students and your colleagues that makes a difference every day. On behalf of myself and the entire bargaining committee, wishing everyone a safe and successful return to work this fall.
Now, more than ever, students will be turning to us for guidance, expertise, and a demonstration of confidence in the future. Our students have always seen Sask Polytech as a door to opportunity, but continuing to deliver quality programs during this pandemic will not be easy and will not be accomplished by accident. A strategic plan is a necessity. If we are to succeed, the plan must be built on a foundation of collaboration that extends throughout Sask Polytech. Regardless of the details, a strategic plan can only be implemented through a continuation of the extraordinary efforts of faculty, staff, and managers. Our situation has been expressed very clearly by one new program hit. This wasn't planned. Nobody ordered this pandemic. The only way we are going to get through this is by relying on each other. I think those words really reflect the essence of an achievable plan. As faculty, we are eager and determined to make good things happen for our students. That really is the heart of a shared vision and a strategic plan.
All right, time for our second pop quiz. We're going to show you some questions about the second part of the video now. And later on, once again, we will be drawing at random someone to receive a full tuition credit certificate for any of our courses in Saskatchewan's new School of Continuing Education. So here's your first question. Which of the following represents our 4 institutional values? Is it A, respect, insight, sustainability, and excellence? B, respect, integrity, sustainability, and excellence? C, sustainability, integrity, respect, and esteem? Or D, none of the above? You can make your selection on the screen in just a moment. We'll take a look at what you responded. Okay, let's see. Everybody picked B, and if you were listening to Terrence, he did indicate that B is correct. Respect, integrity, sustainability, and excellence, standing for RISE. All right, last question in this segment. What gives Saskatchewan Polytechnic its mandate to operate? Is it A, the Saskatchewan Polytechnic Act, B, Provincial Lands Act, C, University of Saskatchewan Act, or D, the Regional Colleges Act? Make your selection. All right, I think this one's pretty easy. Let's take a look at what you've responded. If you picked A, which all of you did, for the most part, the Saskatchewan Polytechnic Act is what is our mandate. All right, that's all the questions we have for right now. Once again, I'll just show you what's up for grabs. It is that certificate for full tuition, and we have over 700 courses. So any category that you can think of, any industry, up for grabs at the end of the presentation. See you soon.
Tansei, Niwago Maganak, Nitutemak, Diana Spedel, Nisigasu. Hi, my name is Diana Spedel. I'm the Interim Director of Indigenous Strategy. I'd like to acknowledge the generations of Indigenous learners, staff, faculty, and leaders as an integral part of our community and our commitment to indigenization. That commitment includes holistically integrating Indigenous ways of knowing, being, teaching, and learning throughout our institutional practices, procedures, and services in efforts to advance reconciliation while creating a welcoming, encouraging, inspiring, and a sense of belonging. I would like to bring congratulations on the launch of our new strategic plan, Mio Wakodwin. This Cree word describes the groundwork for the strategic plan. Sask Polytechnic's adoption of the concept of Mio Wakodwin is our commitment to good relations with our partners, our community, and the natural environment. This represents the foundation in all we do at Saskatchewan Polytechnic, working with one another in good relations. Mio Kisinawak Gakyo Nito Dimmak Egwa Niwago Maganak Akose. Have a good day, my friends.
Our new strategic plan was formulated using input and feedback from a much broader and diverse group of stakeholders, comprised of students, alumni, industry partners, post-secondary institutions, government ministries, and our employees. In fact, one of the decisions that we made in the latter part of the process, and one that proved very beneficial, was to convene a second round of input from our employees. The reason we did this was because we felt it was very important that our new strategic plan had ample input about our mission and especially our vision from all our employees.
Strategic objectives are the key activities that will allow us to achieve our mission, vision, and purpose. The strategy map, pictured here, visualizes the connections between our strategic objectives and tells the story of how Saskatchewan Polytechnic creates value for learners, employers, and the community we serve. The strategy map should be read from bottom to top, as the objectives in the lower perspectives, which are labeled along the left side of the map, drive results in the higher perspectives. The foundation of our strategy map is Mio Wakodwin, or good relations. As we pursue our strategic objectives, we honor this principle throughout every interaction, institutional practice, procedure, policy, and service that we provide to students, staff, and our community. We work together to create an inclusive, collaborative, and respectful environment in which everyone can grow, thrive, and lift each other up. The organizational readiness perspective contains the objectives we need to build internal capacity and to empower our community. These include transform infrastructure, increase collaboration, improve inclusion, increase technology utilization, strengthen employee development, and improve governance. The internal processes perspective contains the objectives we need to capitalize on our internal capacity and excel in strategic delivery. These include improve learner experience, improve processes and services, improve health, safety, security, and wellness, grow applied research and a culture of innovation, and increase academic quality and agility. The enterprise stewardship perspective contains the objectives we need to manage our resources sustainably and strategically. These include increase and diversify revenue and optimize and leverage resources. Finally, the learners and employers perspective contains the objectives we need to successfully achieve our mission and vision. These are advance learner success and advance employer success. These top two objectives, along with our mission and vision, demonstrate how Saskatchewan Polytechnic empowers a better Saskatchewan.
Looking to our future, we will lead the rise of Polytechnic education. Empowering learners and employers to succeed is how we'll know we've achieved our vision. When our learners succeed, our employers also succeed, and vice versa. Our strategic objectives allow us to map out tangible ways to achieve our future. And each year, we will select and implement projects and initiatives that support our strategic goals. These include advancing an academic plan that serves as our guidepost for future academic programming, advancing internationalization, making investments in our learning technologies and IT infrastructure to continue to deliver quality programs and services remotely, seeking to diversify our offerings and meet industry needs through the new School of Continuing Education, investing in the health, safety, and security of our community through the four components of life, mind, body, and community, and working to advance the Saskatoon Campus Renewal Project to ensure tomorrow's grads have the skills to keep Saskatchewan strong and competitive. But a plan is only words on paper until it is shared and understood. From that point on, it becomes our shared responsibility.
Leading isn't easy or simple, and yet in the right environment, with the right motivation, it ignites within us, making us tap into our natural strengths that are often more powerful than we realize. It brings us together to work in ways we never thought possible and empowers us to do things that only yesterday had never been done before. That's why here, we engage leaders from the industry to teach practical new skills, spark new ideas, and shed light on new directions. Working closely with our community to open new doors that connect to the world beyond. We know the path forward might be challenging, but the journey is worth it in every way. We are leading the rise of Polytechnic education. We are Saskatchewan Polytechnic.
Saskatchewan Polytechnic is the driving force that empowers and strengthens our province in everything we do. We encourage an economically and socially stronger, more informed and better prepared Saskatchewan. We realize opportunities for individuals and the collective, Saskatchewan at large. And through our leadership position in Saskatchewan, we establish our reputation nationally and around the world. We have an ultimate reason for being, which inspires not only our vision and mission, but hopefully everyone that touches this strategic plan. We empower a better Saskatchewan. This is why we exist, and the foundation upon which everything we do is built. As we look forward to this new century, applied education has never been more critical to our collective success at home and around the world. Our leadership position comes from a drive to define the reputation of polytechnic education in Canada and establish its role in building a better future. Our new vision is to lead the rise of polytechnic education. Our new mission, inspire success in every learning journey, is how we will achieve our vision. Saskatchewan Polytechnic is passionate about creating an environment where lifelong learners gain the knowledge, skills, and abilities to achieve and succeed at work, in their communities, and in life. We know that by empowering learners to realize their aspirations throughout their learning journey, we are building a better Saskatchewan and a better world.
All right, this is our final quiz. We're going to see a series of questions again about the third part of the presentation. And then in a little bit, we're going to select random winners who will receive that full tuition credit certificate for any of our more than 700 courses that we do offer in the new School of Continuing Education. All right, here's your first question for this segment. What is our new vision statement? Is it A, to lead the rise of polytechnic education? B, to be the first choice polytechnic? C, to educate students and provide skilled and successful graduates? Or D, inspire success in every learning journey? Make your selection and we'll see what you picked. All right, let's take a look. How many of you were listening? This is really exciting. Our new vision statement, of course, to lead the rise of polytechnic education. So great job by everyone. On to the next question. True or false this time? Our two key client groups are learners and employers. Is that true or false? Okay, if you picked A, true, and 95% of you did, you are correct. All right, here's your last one. What is our new mission? Is it we empower a better Saskatchewan, Mio Wakotowin, inspire success in every learning journey, or to educate students and provide skilled and successful graduates? All right, what's our new mission, everyone? C, correct again. Inspire success in every learning journey. So great job, everyone, on the quizzes throughout. Again, coming up in a little bit, we're going to give out those prizes for that full tuition credit certificate for one of our courses.
After months of stakeholder consultations, collecting input from a wide range of entrepreneurial and innovative thinkers, each contributing their diverse perspectives, I'm very proud and extremely excited to see all of the pieces come together in the creation of our new strategic plan. Our new strategic plan, Leading the Rise, frames a long-term perspective and vision that will set the course and guide our direction from 2020 to 2025. We live in a global economy influenced by many forces that are transforming how we live, play, work, and learn. Major forces like changing technology, shifting demographics, climate change, knowledge democratization, urbanization, and rapidly evolving economies are impacting our daily lives and transforming virtually every industry in every sector, including post-secondary education. The relentless pace of change, the increasing levels of volatility, uncertainty, ambiguity, and complexity in today's world brings with it the need for entrepreneurial thinking and innovation in higher education, the type of entrepreneurial thinking and innovation that is the basis of a polytechnic education. It is our time to seize the opportunity to lead the rise of polytechnic education, owning our place in Saskatchewan, in Canada, and in the world. This plan is about equipping us, everyone at Saskatchewan Polytechnic, to step up and lead the rise of polytechnic education, not only here in Saskatchewan, but also across Canada. The plan is only the first step, however. I look forward to taking the next step with you to build a better future together.
I'm Harold Ian De La Torre from the Philippines, and I'm a proud SAS Polytech student. I chose SAS Polytech because of its world-class education, which provides me a gateway for an interesting and successful career. I'm under the Business Accountancy program with co-op option. The program offers diverse learning method with a combination of online, in-class, and applied education. My co-op work term provides me a venue where I can apply my skills and knowledge in the actual business world. I also commend the support system that is readily available for students on and off campus. On a personal level, I was a beneficiary of some academic achievement awards which had provided me some financial relief to support my family. Being a student, a father, a husband, and a breadwinner, it is a really tough job. In a nutshell, I could say that my journey to success began when I chose SAS Polytech education.
So a lot of people have asked me, why did I choose SAS Polytechnic? After I decided to study abroad, I had to go through a very long list of university and colleges in Canada to compare and make the final decision. My top 3 priorities were the quality of education, the amount of career practice, and my interest. And I found SAS Poly has ticked every box on my list. I did not say that because of what I saw on the website, but because what I've experienced over the past year at SAS Poly. Since I've been in Canada, I have always been welcomed, supported, and appreciated by each and everyone at SAS Poly, from the staff, the instructors, and all my fellow students. I'm so grateful to be here right now, and I can't wait to come back this year and finish my education, which I believe would guide me to achieve all my dreams. Thank you for helping spread my wings, SAS Poly.
Hey there, SAS Polytech staff. It's SPSA President Jesse White, and I, on behalf of the students, wanted to welcome you back to Saskatchewan Polytechnic. I wanted to take a minute and just voice how important your contribution to our futures is. The knowledge and wisdom and experience and education that you are going to bestow upon us this year is paramount, not only to our futures as academics or as future professionals, but as people. These are foundational years, and the education that we get at Saskatchewan Polytechnic that you provide to us means that your fingerprints are going to be all over the future of this province for years and generations to come. The work you do is so paramount, and we appreciate it so much, and recognize that these are not perfect circumstances and that everybody is going to maybe have to do things that they're not used to doing any other year. For example, I would rather be speaking to you in person than over the computer, but we work with what we've got. For example, this setup I wouldn't have been able to do without my education at Saskatchewan Polytechnic. I wouldn't be going for a bachelor's degree in applied management if I hadn't taken the opportunities and education afforded to me by Saskatchewan Polytechnic and by instructors like you. So, on behalf of the students, I say let's work together this year to try and make this as best as we can. And together we are going to make sure that this province's future is in good hands. Thanks again.
Hello. I'm grateful to have this opportunity to congratulate Saskatchewan Polytechnic on their 5-year strategic plan. First, I want to thank the board members and administrators, as well as the faculty, students, and alumni who have made Saskatchewan Polytechnic such a successful and respected institution. I had the privilege of speaking to a leadership class and an Indigenous student ceremony earlier this year. I really enjoyed engaging with the students and was very impressed by the instructors and the innovative programming. You can take great pride in what you have built together. It's never easy to plan for the future as technology and societal factors change so quickly. The uncertainty created by the pandemic has made the work of planning even more complicated. But these challenges underscore the need for strategic thinking. I applaud you for looking to the future and imagining how you will realize your goals, adapt to changing needs, and continue to be an educational leader in our province. Please accept my best wishes for continued success and my congratulations as you launch your strategy for the next 5 years. I'll close by bringing greetings on behalf of Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of Canada. Thank you.
On behalf of the Association of Saskatchewan Regional Colleges and the presidents of our 7 colleges, it is my honor to offer our sincere congratulations to Dr. Larry Rosia and the entire Sask Poly team for the development and the launch of its new strategic plan. The current pandemic has clearly demonstrated how well we have been able to work even more collaboratively than ever before as a sector, and not only just for the purpose of playing our role in flatlining occurrences in Saskatchewan, but also to develop innovative strategies which will enable us to pivot naturally as we go forward. And the college sector does play a critical role in ensuring we're able to provide current and relevant programming to meet the needs of our respective communities to approximately 23,000 students annually. And for the most part, Sask Polytech focuses on providing programs and services in Saskatchewan's major urban centers, while our colleges focus on meeting the different needs and demands that are prevalent in our rural, remote, and northern communities throughout the province. Now, that does include us supporting a large number of students who are not able to or afford to uproot their families to take programs in our major cities, as well as those that are representative of Saskatchewan's most vulnerable populations. So we look forward to continuing to work collaboratively with Sask Polytech as it executes its new strategic plan and adapt our programming needs not only for the economic sustainability of our local regions, but also to help achieve the goals that have been established by the Saskatchewan Growth Plan. We are also encouraged that Sask Polytech is introducing its new strategic plan because it will have a direct impact on our capability to provide current and relevant programming to the communities that we serve. Once again, congratulations to Sask Polytech and the entire Sask Polytech team, and we look forward to continuing to work together collaboratively as key contributors to your ability to successfully achieve the goals and outcomes as established in your plan. So once again, congratulations and thank you.
I was 18 years old and I'd read the book Hotel by Arthur Haley. I liked to cook and I needed a career path. I saw the hotel administration program at Saskatoon's Kelsey campus, and when that door opened, I walked through it and began a 30-year career in the hospitality sector. Over those many years, other doors opened to new opportunities and new roles, and I enjoyed every one of them. I used the skills I learned at Kelsey in a million ways, plus the contacts I made still serve me today. I saw it as a great education, but I never did think what I was doing was strategic. Now, strategy in business and in life is important, and while some of us did not know what we were doing was actually strategy, at least in our early years for sure, in hindsight, perhaps we were. We set goals, we built upon our strengths and kept moving forward. We looked for and walked through many doors. I'm a proud graduate of Sask Polytechnic and have eagerly maintained a relationship with the school and its people ever since I graduated. I'm very pleased to have been a spectator and once in a while a participant with Sask Poly over the years and seen how integral it is to the people of this province, the businesses, and in fact to almost every facet of life in our province. In my role with the Saskatchewan Chamber of Commerce, I see business owners who are grads. I see thousands of employees who are grads, and in times when we need heroes, like during a pandemic, we see even more grads. We all look forward to the next strategic phase for Sask Polytechnic, and I am pleased to be part of today's announcement. I thank the great many people whose passions for their student, for the whole Sask Poly mandate, and of course for Saskatchewan, who are actively involved in the creation of this new strategy. As I noted a minute ago, good strategy is built upon lessons learned and on past successes. Sask Poly has many incredible successes to build upon and many great people who share in its future. From the students who are starting classes in a few weeks to alumni like me now working in the Saskatchewan business community, we can all offer a shoulder to support the great work of Dr. Larry Rosia and the staff and the board of Sask Poly. Let's all make sure the doors of new opportunity keep opening for all. Thank you.
Our strategic planning for Saskatchewan Polytechnic last took us through the years 2014 to 2020. And so in 2018, our board of directors and senior management embarked on an ambitious initiative to develop our strategic vision and plan for the challenges and change of the next 10 years through to 2030. That process, through to the exciting strategic plan that we are introducing today, was broad in its scope and input throughout the entire organization, and I must say was nothing short of exhilarating. We remained focused on the pivotal role that Saskatchewan Polytechnic has achieved in connecting Saskatchewan families and new Canadians to the most pressing needs and the greatest successes of our province's businesses and industries. In that focus, we were inspired by the understanding that our greatest potential to lead Saskatchewan toward achieving its objectives for economic growth and for personal fulfillment lies within the deep and strategic relationships that Sask Polytech has carefully developed in all sectors of our provincial community and extensively throughout national and international arenas. With the plan that we present today and implement through the next 10 years, we at Saskatchewan Polytechnic have embraced a traditional Indigenous understanding expressed in Cree as Meowakutuan, which recognizes the power and value of strong and respectful relationships working together toward common goals throughout a deeply interconnected community. We choose now to embrace the power of this wisdom from our best heritage as we rise to accept the leadership role for Sask Polytechnic in inspiring and developing a generation of Saskatchewan innovators prepared to best strategically serve and solve the global and business challenges emerging. We are very, very proud of the strategic plan, and we are especially proud of all of you who have so meaningfully contributed to its construction. This is your plan, this is our plan, and I'm very pleased to now invite Lucy Pereira to talk to you about next steps.
Good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Lucy Pereira, the AVP of Strategy. While we are releasing our strategy today, our work is far from done. In fact, it's just beginning. We will be working over the next few months to support our community understand our strategy and really bring it to life. Following our session today, you will all receive an email with the link to our strategy webpage. Here, you can access more information on the strategic plan, including our new strategic plan document, and you can ask a question. I also wanted to note that at the end of our session today, we will be holding a question and answer with our president and our 3 vice presidents. This is your opportunity to ask a question today. You can get your questions into the queue by using the chat function that's at the bottom of your display. This new strategic plan will inform how we do our work at Sask Polytech through our annual planning cycle. It will guide the development of our multi-year business plan, and our results will be reflected in our annual report. Part of the strategic planning process is the strategic cascade. This is where we take the objectives that we find in our strategic plan and we choose the projects and initiatives to achieve our goals and our vision. Within our organization, we will communicate our institutional priorities and plans to support and work together with you to develop divisional, departmental, and unit plans. The intention here is to create a line of sight between the projects and initiatives that we are all tasked to accomplish and the goals and vision of our organization. To support the cascade work, to name a few actions here today, information sessions will be held later in the fall and tools and resources will be made available. I really want to thank those who invested their time to contribute to shaping our new strategy. I also want to thank you for being part of the process. As we bring our strategy to life, the most important part is going to be you. Only with you can we achieve these collective goals. So now I'm going to turn it back over to Denise to announce the winner of our draw. Denise, over to you.
Thanks, Lucy. And I will get to announcing the winners in just a moment, but first I want to tell you more about our new school. The School of Continuing Education will create additional pathways and offerings to engage learners at all stages of life and help us lead the rise in polytechnic education. We're constantly exploring market opportunities for continuing education and corporate offerings and developing new and enhanced programming for part-time studies or for industry clients to help address the changing needs in Saskatchewan's economy. And we're exploring other specialized learning formats like micro-credentials to help meet our learners and our employers' needs. Because of this, it's important our continuing education offerings remain relevant and are constantly updated. All right, it gives me great pleasure now to announce the winners of our random draw. And I did say winners, so not just one person. Each of them will receive a full discount for one of our courses. And we have over 700 of them available to look at. The winners are Lynette Warschuk, Jeff Ritter, and Donna Boyd. So congratulations to all three. We will be contacting you following today's event. Now I'd like to share a quick video involving some of our key industry stakeholders. Then we'll have some final words from Lucy and Dr. Rosia.
The transportation industry provides for the wheels of commerce through the movement of goods. Saskatchewan Polytechnic's curriculum for heavy-duty mechanics, warehouse workers, business management, and IT creates graduates that are critical to the transportation industry and thusly Saskatchewan's well-being. On a personal note, our son and grandson are graduates of Saskatchewan Polytechnic, and they both have improved opportunities to be positive contributors to society as a result of that education. So congratulations again on your new strategic plan, and thank you for providing quality education, quality graduates to meet the needs of our diverse workplace and geography, and more importantly, for providing learning opportunities for students to succeed.
I'm fortunate to have had the opportunity to work closely with Polytech off and on for the last 19 years. We have many employees in healthcare who've been educated or upgraded through programs at Polytech, and I'm pleased to say that always has Polytech been willing to change and alter and grow their programs to meet the needs of the healthcare system. What I've really appreciated and admired with Polytech is their ability to adjust with the environment, to quickly ramp up or ramp down or change what they do and how they do it to meet the needs in the community. I'm very excited to see the latest rendition of their strategic plan because I know once again it will provide new opportunities and new avenues that I won't even have thought of before.
Good afternoon. My name is Ken Coates. I'm a faculty member of the Johnson Sama Graduate School of Public Policy, University of Saskatchewan. And I bring greetings today as you gather to sort of celebrate and plan for the implementation of your next strategic plan. SAS Poly is a vital part of the Saskatchewan economy. It's absolutely critical to education and training of young people, the re-education and training of workers in the middle of one of the most dynamic and troubling and concerning times in Canadian history. So you deserve the heartiest congratulations for putting together such a dramatic and such an impressive plan. You clearly understand the future. You clearly know where the future of work is going. You clearly see your role as an institution to be that of supporting the economy and supporting the business and employers in this province. So congratulations for the work you've done, and you have my heartiest best wishes as you sort of plan for the next stages going forward. These are exciting and worrying times in Saskatchewan. We need Sask Poly to succeed. We need each and every one of you to succeed. Thank you very much.
Larry and his management team do an exceptional job of engaging industry to enhance student and employment outcomes. And based on the quality of employees we've hired from Sask Polytech, the faculty and staff also do a great job in preparing students for their chosen careers. Based on previous plan outcomes, Sask Polytech's new strategic plan is sure to be a success in supporting students, industry, and the success of our province and economy. Larry, congratulations to you, your team, and everyone at Sask Polytech on the launch of your new strategic plan.
I've also been very humbled by the care and commitment Sask Polytech has and continues to show towards Aboriginal students, as well as ensure the learning environment supports a true diversity that exists across this province. As I share the same commitment with Sask Polytech in advocating for strong education, mentoring of youth, and providing better opportunities for all who want to be a part of a better Saskatchewan, I thank you for your work and for the work that will continue into the future. Congratulations, Larry and Team Sask Polytech.
It is my distinct pleasure to offer my congratulations on the unveiling of Sask Polytechnic's new 5-year strategic plan. I particularly appreciate that they will continue to practice a vigorous industry consultation as a guide for curriculum development. I'm also excited to see that the relocation of Sask Polytechnic's campus to one consolidated location on the U of S grounds continues to be pursued as part of this plan. I offer my heartiest congratulations on the introduction of the next phase of your progressive and visionary development, and my strongest encouragement to stay the course. Thank you for the significant contributions you make to the growth, development, and overall quality of life that we as citizens of Saskatchewan enjoy.
Hi, Bruce Axelson from the Capital Auto Group. We are and always have been a great supporter of the Sask Polytech institution. We believe that the post-secondary education they provide people, whether it's in our world, the automotive world, in administration, in marketing, healthcare, whatever they do, whatever courses people choose to do with them, whether they're seeking a degree, a diploma, a certificate, they leave Sask Polytech with accreditation that's well recognized within the province and actually all of Canada. So we hope that Sask Polytech keeps enjoying the growth they are. I know they've got great serious plans for the next 5 years, which will help us all as being proud residents of this city and this province. Thank you, Sask Polytech, for all the good works you do.
We are all living through COVID, and what COVID has taught us is that we have to navigate the unknown. Sask Polytechnic's plan will help us navigate the unknown. Disruption and change are going to be a part of the new normal, and Sask Polytechnic's nimble, strategic approach will leverage research and innovation. The strategic plan builds upon some core fundamentals. It's about employer-driven and student-focused success. It's about applied education and job readiness. And number 3, it's about accessibility and increased enhancements for Indigenous, international, newcomer, and other diverse learners. I like the direction. Moving forward, this strategic plan addresses a core question of how best to re-engineer the traditional post-secondary. The work you are doing is so very important to Saskatchewan, Canada, and the world. We are building a world-class first, and it embraces the values of respect, integrity, relationships, and sustainability. And sustainability reminds us that we are the conscientious stewards of our resources and our people. And this strategic plan will navigate a prosperous future for everyone. Miigwech. Tapwinanaskman. Thank you.
I think it's clear Saskatchewan Polytechnic has had a significant and continues to have a significant impact. When you refer to our strategy map, advancing the success of our learners and our industry partners are our highest level objectives. When our learners succeed, our employers succeed and our industry partners succeed, and vice versa. And this is how we build a better Saskatchewan, and this is how we lead the rise. I'm now going to turn it over to our president and CEO to say some final thoughts.
Thank you. And thank you. I would like to really take this opportunity to thank everyone for their contributions, their hard work in the plan's development, and I'm meeting some pretty tight deadlines as well. I know that wasn't easy. And I'd also like to thank all of you who were able to join and share in our launch in today's presentation, and all of you for your contributions to preparing today's presentation as well. This is my second strategic plan as president and CEO of Saskatchewan Polytech, and there's two or three things that really stood out for me and impressed me about this plan. One being the extensive consultations that we did with a wide range of diverse stakeholders that allowed us to get different perspectives and a wide range of perspectives that we were able to think through as we formulated the strategic plan. And secondly, the extra time we took this time around to collect input from our employees. The third thing was the innovative and entrepreneurial thinking that went into the plan. And whoever we talked to, from again, a vast array of stakeholders, that innovative thinking and entrepreneurial thinking came through loud and clear, which is something that we value very much and is something that we will pursue moving forward. The plan is all about setting direction to help us build a better world. I believe, that our vision to lead the rise of polytechnic education is the way to achieve this. We know that by empowering learners to realize their aspirations wherever they are in their learning journey, we are empowering a better Saskatchewan and hence a better world. This cannot happen on its own, but we can accomplish this together. So thank you. Thank you all for your hard work. Thank you for your flexibility, your agility, and your patience during these unprecedented times in our history. And thank you for all that you do to make Saskatchewan Polytechnic such a great place to learn and to work. Because of you, we are leading the rise together. I believe it's time for an opportunity to ask some questions, and Nathan Risling will have a look at the chat line and maybe look at the questions, and over to you, Nathan.
Thank you, Dr. Rosia, and thank you to everybody for being here today and for participating. My name is Nathan Risling. I'm Director of Strategy here at SAS Polytech, and I'm very grateful to have worked with all of you to develop this plan. So as Dr. Rosia mentioned, we do have a few minutes to take some questions and get some answers. As Lucy mentioned, you can go ahead and put those questions into the chat box. If we can't get to your question, if we don't have time, we will be collecting the questions and we'll be looking to post those and post some answers on our internal website at some point in the future here. So while I wait for those questions to roll in on the chat box, one of the questions that had been coming up as we led up to the launch of the plan was the impact of COVID-19 on our strategy. So I'm wondering, Dr. Rosie, if maybe you could say a few words about COVID-19 and whether or not our strategy still positions us for success given the challenges we're facing.
Absolutely. That was one of the, we were in the middle of our strategy when COVID hit, and it caused us to pause and say, hey, is this still a line? Certainly does. The strategy is written at a level that it will allow us to pivot, to be responsive, to be agile, and really to respond to the changing economy. I believe polytechnics, Saskatchewan Polytechnic in Saskatchewan has a critical role to play, and the objectives that we've written into the strategic plan to serve our two key customers and the close relationship and partnerships we will build with industry to help us identify those skills that are needed in the future are all part of this new strategic plan.
Hey, so I'm seeing some questions come in about where people can find the full strategic plan. A few folks asking, can we see it again? Can we put it up on the screen again? I believe following the event, there's going to be an email with a link to the website for the new strategic plan. And I believe one of the shortcut URLs is saskpolytech.ca/rise. That's RISE. I think that's live right now, and if not, it will be shortly after the event. So you can find all of the resources that were shown here today and detailed information on the strategic plan. I'll turn it back to you, Dr. Rosie. There's a few questions in here about the Saskatoon campus renewal. People are wondering how that fits into our new strategic plan and just sort of our facilities in general.
Good question, and thank you for asking it. Facilities are a part of our plan moving forward, and having infrastructure in place that we need to be able to deliver programming that is relevant to today's workforce. And certainly COVID has taught us a lot of things and tested our ability to be agile and responsive and to go online with a lot of our programming. But really, the new Saskatoon campus will be a facility that will facilitate high-touch, high-technology learning for our learners. And it is a facility, especially in Saskatoon, where the facilities we have are outdated, and we're in multiple locations within the city. The future is all about programming that is multidisciplinary, and bringing all of our programming into one campus will allow us to provide those types of pathways for our learners. The plan is on track. We continue to work with the province to move it along. We're at the stage now where we're doing some functional programming to identify what types of learning spaces and how the programs would be co-located in the new facility. That work is being undertaken right now. It's about a 3 to 4 month exercise. The next step after that will be to develop some architectural plans for a new facility.
Great, so we got some questions rolling in here now, and I do see confirmation that the website I mentioned is live, so saskpolytech.ca/rise to find more information about the new strategic plan. There's a question in here for you, Dr. Rosie, about sharing some highlights from the strategic plan. So some of the things that stood out for you that you're most excited about.
All the questions for me, interesting. Okay, well, another good question. I think I pointed out a couple of the highlights of the plan for me specifically, but the decision was made to develop a new strategic plan rather than refresh the plan. We hear and we read a lot about, and there's a real call for innovation in higher education, and I think the plan speaks to that. It is all about how a polytechnic can occupy that innovation space in higher education and deliver the type of skills and competencies that are going to be needed in the new economy. So the transforming infrastructure has become a more pressing need, and we've talked a little bit about that, to have a modern, cutting-edge learning environment. That's another highlight for me. The other is to improve the academic quality. But agility has become more critical than ever in order to meet and engage the new learners that we're faced with, no matter where they are in their learning journey. And the plan speaks to that as well, is how can we engage learners wherever they may be. We've spoken about lifelong learning for a long time now, ever since I've been in education, but it really is reality, and people will continue to learn at different stages in their career. The plan is built to accommodate that as well. And Mia Watokoan, again, in an increasingly connected world, our success depends on relationships that we foster within and outside of Saskatchewan Polytechnic.
So someone asked a question here about how many people are in attendance here today, and I hadn't kept a close eye on the attendee list, but I did see it peak above 900 at one point, and I have a note here saying that 954 attendees had registered for the afternoon event, so very good turnout there. Yeah. Another question related to infrastructure. Someone's wondering if there's a little bit more information we can share about the Moose Jaw campus renovation. They're asking, when will this happen? What's the status of that project?
All right, that's another great question. We are, and renovations are underway at that campus to to modernize some of the locations in the campus. But I'm going to call on our Vice President and CFO, Vice President Admin Services and CFO Cheryl Schmitz to answer that question.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is such a fabulous afternoon. So we're very excited to receive $12 million from our ministry over the next 2 years for the Moose Jaw, what we're calling the Moose Jaw Mezzanine Project. But really, it's a project and funding that will be fixing some of the health and safety concerns at our Moose Jaw campus and providing renewal to several different schools in that area. Over the summer, there's been a lot of work being done with RFPs, and this is a joint project. Ministry of Central Services, who we lease our buildings from, so partnership with Ministry of Central Services, Sask Polytech, and Advanced Education. RFPs were put out for procurement purposes for a project manager and also to do some of the functional programming, and also looking at very quickly providing more services to get this project going, because we have two years to complete this project. So it'll be very, we've been working probably since before the fall of 2019 with a lot of the instructors and associate deans and deans and chairs, academic chairs, with starting to work on decanting and getting everything out of those mezzanine areas. And now we're working on a plan when we are back on campus, where we would temporarily relocate those programs while the renovations are taking place. So yeah, a lot has been has been done over the summer, and more to come in September. And we're hoping to keep everybody as informed as possible on that project. But very exciting, and we're very appreciative of the funding that we did receive, so we can really make some effective change at our Moose Jaw campus.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Great. So I think we've got time for one more question here. And looking at our strategy map, we have some objectives around strengthening employee development. And there's a question here, I think, related to that. It says, what type of investments will be made over the next 5 years toward faculty and staff in order to achieve our strategic goals?
Well, thank you, Nathan, and thank you for that question. A very important question, because as we try and re-engineer and really be innovative in our learning space, there will be a need to strengthen employee development and professional development. That's one of the basis and one of the big blocks in our strategic plan as well, under organizational readiness. And we've identified that as an area that we need to build some objectives around and some deliverables around. I can't put a dollar amount on that right now, but that's something that will cascade out of this plan, and having it on the strategy map is a placeholder to make sure that we continue to think about it and build objectives around it. So definitely part of the plan and a key element to moving forward. We can only be as successful as our employees are successful.
Okay, so I think we can maybe squeeze one more question in here. And reminder that if there are any outstanding questions that come in afterwards, again, we'll look to post some answers to those on our internal website. And this question is, what are some key strategies for engaging with industry partners over the next 5 years?
I think I'm going to, I'll have two people answer this question to give everybody a little bit of input here, but Dr. Malik, our Provost VP Academic, and our VP of International and Advancement, Pat. I'll let both of them contribute the answer to this. We've talked about the importance of connecting with industry and industry partners. We need to be industry driven to understand what their needs are, and everything we do will have that lens on it. But maybe over to Haas, Dr. Malik, and then over to Pat Bowen.
Yeah, thank you, Larry, and good afternoon, everyone. I was excited to see the new plan. Relative to the question about intersections with industry, I think that we've had a number of conversations at the senior academic team around how we actually go to the next level. We already do a really great job of bringing industry connections into our space. I know that applied research over the last 5 years has grown phenomenally. And we got the DICE Center as an NSERC center, so we got some funding around that as well. Well, what we're looking for at the next level of engagement really needs to be how do we get more industry folks into our virtual or real life campus, depending on where we are at in terms of delivery. How do we create the intersection much more? And the other piece is around how do we create a process by which a number of our faculty and staff can re-engage with industry, maybe potentially go out and work in industry for a little while so they can refresh their skills and get those contacts and maybe bring those things back to the classroom. And also that will also help us advance additional applied research projects. So I think there's some conversations that are taking place on that end. The other thing I will just give you a quick heads up on is that as a next step to this today's announcement, we are working on an academic plan. And we'll be coming out and engaging all the staff and faculty around what the next steps look like. And this will be a key piece of our engagement with you, is to discuss how do we actually work better and more closely with industry. How do we actually revitalize the way we do our PACs? I know the PACs happen once or twice a year. Is there a much more dynamic and a better way to bring industry into our curriculum development? So I think this is going to be some robust and interesting conversations as we rise to the challenge of leading the rise of the Polytechnic. So looking forward to engaging in those conversations.
Thanks, Haas. Over to Pat.
Hi, everyone. It's so great to be part of the day today. Thanks to all of you for joining. It's amazing watching those numbers coming up. I think Haas defined that very well. I think really we're looking at enhancing our industry engagement in many more ways. And a couple of ways that I'll maybe highlight, in addition to what Haas talked about, are through our advancement strategy and our connection with alumni. And that's a really key piece of the work that we're doing. And we're looking at a lot of expansion in that area. And you'll see that starting to come out in our Tier 2 and Tier 3 plans. The other place that we're looking to engage industry even more is around that whole Saskatchewan growth plan, the need to bring in more workers into Saskatchewan to support the economy. And so our internationalization strategy will really build on that. And so I know I've already talked with some of you in the province about what we can do to better enhance that whole internationalization and engagement process in the province. So I think I'll leave it at that. We're getting to near the end of the day. I just want to say thank you again to all of you for coming. It's so exciting to have you be part of this.
Thank you, Pat. And great question. And that always has been a strength of ours, and it will continue to be one in the future. Nathan, I'm going to turn over to you. Wrap up. How's that?
Yeah, I think.
Thanks again, everyone.
Great. Thanks. Thanks to the leadership team and to everybody who participated today. So we're going to wrap up here. Thank you again, everyone, for attending today. And just as a reminder to view any of the content that we covered here today, including our full strategic plan publication, you can visit the new strategic plan website at saskpolytech.ca/rise. So we're going to close up here, but again, just a thank you. Looking forward to taking these first steps in our new strategic direction, and very grateful to everyone who's been a part of this planning process. So with that, I'll close and say thank you, and we can wrap this meeting up.